It's really, really, really been 2 weeks.
I was really, really, really trying to keep it 2 weeks.
But we've been feeding them content, even though
That one reaction. We didn't do the second reaction.
we did reactions to Meet the Grams and Family Matters, but we didn't have time to do Not Like Us. But we heard Not Like Us. By the way, we're getting into that later, but
We're
for
gonna talk
now,
about all of that. We're gonna talk about everything in depth. Welcome back to another episode of CJ Unmuted.
I'm your host, Gene,
I'm your host, Chris.
and
This is CJ Unmuted, where we talk about
everything,
anime,
life,
music, and
pop
whatever's
culture.
going on.
Recently, we've been focusing on whatever's going
right
on.
now, like everybody else, we've been talking about the beef. It's kind of
It's over.
It's not over. Apparently,
No, it is. You seen what Drake posted on his story yesterday?
Talking
about good times, summertime vibes, and I'm like, bro,
it's not over yet. Then
it is over. He's not gonna do nothing.
He's gonna come back at something.
He's probably gonna put out more subs.
He's probably working on a bop to retort to.
I don't think he's gonna come back. I think
Drake is definitely gonna come back with a bop or attempt to come out with a bop because Kendrick's fighting him in his bop verse.
I think he's gonna keep dropping subliminals. I think he's not gonna go at Kendrick publicly anymore because I feel like I don't know, because I feel like Kendrick kind of tarnished his reputation a little bit with the Not Like Us record and everything else. But we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. Right now, we're just back. It's been a week.
We'll get back to that later.
It's been a week.
It's been a week. We haven't dropped in a minute. This guy decided to just die.
Oh man, I was sick. I was sick of that.
I can't move. I'm like, bro, get up. Get up.
I haven't been to work in like a week. I was dying of strep, which is crazy, right? I have a weak ass immune system, guys. I get sick a lot. Almost 2 times a month I'm sick. It's not even funny. And I don't know why. People are like, oh, take vitamins.
Yeah, you should take vitamins. Take your vitamins.
That shit's not gonna help me.
I didn't take mine today, but you should take your fucking vitamins.
People are like, take vitamins. I eat healthy, I work out, so I don't think that's the problem. I don't know. But yeah, I was dying of strep. We took a week off, but I mustered the energy to fucking record a reaction.
And then
straight out of the hospital too. I literally came home from the hospital that same morning when Family Matters and
Family Matters dropped
and Meet the Gram.
I was texting you. I was like, "Yo, it dropped. This guy is going crazy." And then you're like, "I'm in the hospital." I'm like, "Damn, bro, are you alive?"
You texted me when I was at the hospital. I was about to get fucking I was about to get administered to the hospital, and you texted me. It dropped. Kendrick replied. I'm like, wait, what is going on in the outside world?
I didn't even after I heard Family Matters, I was getting home. I walk in. I'm like, oh, Family Matters. I listen to it. I'm like, all right, that was a fire response.
And then 20 minutes later?
2 minutes later, I'm on the computer. Wait, Kendrick dropped again?
Oh my God.
I heard Meet the Grams and I was like, oh, this got violent.
Yeah, Meet the Grams was a moment in history. No,
Meet the Grams,
last weekend in general,
that was just a out of nowhere violent step the shit on Family Matters.
Last weekend in general was a moment in hip hop history because
yeah, that's a hip hop moment in history.
I'd never experienced anything like that in my life. Where two giants. I mean, we remember fucking Drake against Pusha T. We remember Drake against Meek Mill, but it doesn't come close to last weekend.
Yeah, to be fair, Drake was the bigger artist against both of them. Meek lost, but Pusha won.
By the way, guys, I'm sorry. This episode, y'all gonna hear about this beef.
Guys, we're talking
it's
about
gonna be
this
beef,
whole episode.
Dang, because it doesn't happen often. When was the last good rap beef aside from Pusha T and Drake?
There hasn't really been one. I mean,
there
haven't been any.
Eminem against. I talked about this earlier.
We talked about that before.
Eminem against MGK, but he got washed. That wasn't.
I imagine Eminem winning that effortlessly was funny, but
yeah,
MGK had his shot. But I imagine that's how Drake thought he would be in this beef.
I know he thought that Kendrick wasn't gonna be like a challenge
He was like, I'm
whatsoever.
gonna just watch this guy right here and then walk away.
But anyways, let's start from the very beginning. Let's start
The
from
beginning of the
first
beef.
person shooter.
First person shooter. So everything that I've heard and been just watching everything. First person shooter, I believe, is where this initially starts for everything that's happened in the past month.
That's when it started heating up. Let's be honest. This beef between Drake and Kendrick has been brewing for years.
Yeah,
But
ever since Control, nothing's been the same.
that's where it started heating up because
But I think first person shooter, since the feature request was sent to Kendrick and he
yes, and he declined,
and then,
which says a lot. Because
which is interesting.
I feel like that would have been a moment in history if he had agreed to be on first person shooter.
It definitely would have been, but at the same time, it would have looked like. So I guess there was really no beef.
I mean, I honestly
But there's
now
beef.
now we know that Kendrick fucking hates Drake. So like we know he doesn't even like him as a person. So like I understand why he declined the feature request. But if Drake sent him a feature request, I believe he was trying to patch things up. I don't think Drake hates Kendrick. Well, now he does, but prior
Yeah,
to
now,
first
I think
prior to the first person shooter, I believe Drake was like, okay, like, you know, we're all successful. Like, let's do our thing. And we're gonna talk about this too. But when Drake congratulated Kendrick a few years ago, and then Kendrick dropped fucking the song with SZA
Oh yeah,
for the Black Panther movie, now we know it was
I
a
remember
diss.
that was a diss. Now I found that out. I was like, I just like that verse.
Me too.
I didn't even realize like fuck your expectations.
Like,
I was like, oh wait, so that was at Drake. I'm looking at the whole playlist of it because I some of the shots I hear, I'd be like, all right, that's clearly
a
at
diss, yeah.
That's a diss. That's a sub. That's a sub. That's a sub
But
back.
listening to the song, back then, I did not know that it was a Drake diss. I thought it was just
Yeah,
Kendrick.
I didn't notice that.
Kendrick
was
talking
diss.
his shit, you know, like, oh, fuck you and all your
Fuck
expectations.
Yeah, I don't want your congratulations.
Exactly.
I
So
was like, oh, because I didn't even see the Drake like that.
yeah.
Whatever
But
he
anyways,
posted.
Drake and Cole were trying to piece it up with Kendrick, and he was like, "Fuck that! I don't like y'all." I don't think Kendrick.
I don't think. I think Cole is cool, but Drake was like, "Why are you working with this nigga?"
I feel
I mean,
like
Kendrick was like, "Why are you working with this guy, Cole?"
no. He was like, "Why you working with this guy Drake?" Because he has beef with Drake, not with Cole. I don't
No,
think.
I know. Yeah, I'm saying Cole's like kind of excluded. He just took the strain.
Yeah, because he was associated with the guy.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know. I feel like if in the perfect world, I would have loved to see Kendrick, Cole, and Drake on the same song for the culture.
That would have been lit.
For the
I'm not gonna
culture,
lie,
you
that
know?
would've been great.
But hey, I'm not mad at what happened.
I'm not mad either.
I'm not
That would have
mad.
been great, but that would have been one record.
Yeah.
We got 8.
We got a
We
lot.
got 8 to
And
go
we got a
back
lot
to.
of moments. But yeah,
Oh, free. So
We don't-
like that set this off.
like that didn't. Well,
Like that set this off. On Push Up Drake was like that song did not start the beef with us. I'm like, okay, but it set it off.
it did because like
It set the whole
some people's
thing off.
egos got bruised. I feel like if Drake didn't reply to like that, nothing,
Yeah, none of this would be.
nothing would have happened.
Nothing would have happened.
If he had just been like, oh, whatever, it's just Kendrick talking his shit, whatever. But I don't know. I feel like Drake
But
kind
it
of got gassed up to reply.
I mean, it was direct because, like we said before, all the other shots over the years have always been subliminal.
Mm-hmm.
Even though on Heart Part 5, oh no, 4, Part 4, that was like definitely directed
Mm-hmm.
without saying a name.
Mm-hmm.
And then then we get Like That,
Mhm.
which is direct. It's shot. No
True.
mistaking it. I say you're everything.
Said the name of his song, First Person Shooter.
First person shooter. Mention the song that you sent the feature request for.
Yeah.
Smoke.
I just want to know,
Respawn.
when we look back at Kendrick's career, right? Drake supported him early on. Didn't he take him on tour?
Yeah,
And like,
but that's what they do.
I know that's what they do, but like, what happened? What happened?
Talking about what happened in the actual, what happened between them.
Yes.
We'll never know what happened. We'll never know what happened.
But at some
What
point,
we can only know what we can speculate.
true. But at some point, I feel like it became like one-sided, though. I feel like it was. at one point it became all about Kendrick hating Drake and his camp, because like again back to that song, Drake has been congratulating Kendrick for the longest.
I feel like
Yes, they had their little beef when Control came out, but I feel like Drake moved on, moved past that, and like he's been trying to like reconcile the two, and like it's just Kendrick just like fuck that. I don't know why though.
it's hard to tell. We don't.
A
know.
lot of
What
people,
did he-
a lot of
but-
people hate Drake though. Let's be
but
honest.
Let's be honest right now. Kendrick's had that from back then. Why is everyone right now coming out against him?
Because he's
Because he's the number one person.
Yeah.
I get that. That's just like that's just always the blanket statement. He's the number one, so
Yes.
everyone has to hate him. Mm-hmm. But is it just that?
definitely not. We know Drake does some
Because
slimy.
if it's just because it's hating, then that's 40.
We know Drake does some slimy shit in the background that we'll never know about, obviously.
Exactly.
But he definitely gives off the type of vibe to like do some slimy shit, and I feel like they got tired of that stuff. They got tired of it, and they're like, "Fuck that, we're gonna go at him too." Like,
I guess so. They all rounded up.
which is
When he
type of
was like-
corny. Which is type of corny. Let's not gonna lie. A bunch of people sitting in a room targeting one person is type of corny.
Well,
Let's be honest here. Metro, fucking Future,
what are you
Kendrick,
talking about? You watch
Rick
Naruto.
Ross.
We jumped niggas. You see Naruto? They jumped niggas.
I get that, but like, oh, I'm gonna get into this too. But have you
Saw the
seen?
5 Kage face model right there. Like, this nigga's fighting.
We gotta team up against this nigga. You know how all right, I'm gonna talk about this later. But anyways, yeah, I feel like this type of corny. Like they went in and like they were just like, oh, we're gonna target this guy. Fuck them. Like
We still don't trust you.
dropping 2 albums
Two
to
full
diss
diss
somebody
albums.
is kind of crazy when you think about it.
Is it?
It is.
I feel like this because I feel like there's multiple beefs going on. Like Kendrick and Drake is definitely there, but the Weeknd coming out, that's another beef right there because there's
But-
already something brewing there.
The Weeknd and
Future coming out is crazy because it's like, oh, I thought they were lit. Something must have happened there. Metro, I guess Metro and Drake were just beefing just because of the tweets or whatever.
I feel like the fucking the beef between the Weeknd and Drake, that's something completely different and it's completely separate because like
I feel like that's
Ever
just,
since,
I feel like that's just Canadian.
ever since the Weeknd didn't sign with Drake, it's been brewing because like Drake gave the Weeknd a look like,
I
and he
know.
was kind of expecting him to like
And the Weeknd
come
wrote Take
under OVO, and the Weeknd was like, "Nah, fam, I'm gonna do my own thing." He was like the Spider-Man meme. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing, bro.
And Drake was like,
Oh,
"All right,
man.
I don't
But yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna do my own thing."
his own thing." Drake was like, "Your own thing? All right, bet.
I have beef with you now.
Now you're dead to me now."
But I kind of get it. Like, if you give somebody a look, right, and like,
But he gave you a look.
what do you mean?
Didn't the Weeknd like write Take Care? Or
You write a
did
few songs on
a
Take
few
Care.
songs on Take Care, not the whole thing, but he did his work, and then he was like, "I know my worth. I'm gonna go do my own thing." And Drake was like, "Nah, you should work in my my camp, the
So you-
OVO camp."
So you think that Drake was a hater?
I don't think Drake was a hater. I think he's just missed on an opportunity to build his camp up, and he didn't like that.
I guess that's fair, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel like it's deeper than that. 'cause
I know. Cause like they got
From
cool
what I've
again.
heard.
They got cool again. They got cool again before this recent beef that they have. They got cool again, definitely. Cause I think he was at Drake's. I don't know, guys. Don't judge me for me knowing all this info, but
I only know the beats that I
The-
see sometimes on the internet and what I
Drake-
listen to in the songs.
Drake and the Weeknd was like a birthday party a few years ago, and they were cool. They were seen laughing with each other. They were cool, but then I don't know why they got into a beef again.
Who knows? Who
We'll
knows?
never
We'll
know. But it's
It
fun
doesn't
to
matter. It's
speculate.
fun
I'm
to-
sorry,
it's fun
like,
to speculate. I'm sorry.
It's fun for content, but like
It's just fun because I be listening to songs, and when I hear shots on songs, I be listening to rappers rap. So when I hear shots being thrown, I'm like, oh, that sounds like it's after this person or whatever. I'd be like, respond. just depending on the artist. Like
Yeah.
listening to Kendrick and Drake beef back and forth over the years, you're like, oh, that's brewing. You hear other rappers brew.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, who's gonna shoot first?
Well, now we got
But
a
no one
moment
does
in
that.
history. Nobody does that anymore. But oh man, this
There's a
did
lot of stuff we're gonna see this.
did this whole beef like revived hip hop for a long time. People were like, hip hop is dying. Hip hop is fucking dying. Bro, you saw the two giants go at each other.
Oh, back some stuff.
Oh man, like it inspired people. You see Quavo and freaking Chris Brown going at each
I
other.
want to talk about that, but I haven't been.
I haven't been
into it.
invested, but
I'm not that invested, but I hear hear some of the stuff, and I'm like, oh, Chris can rap. I forgot about that.
no, I heard the diss on Quavo. Yo,
he can rap.
he was talking his ass off on there.
I
But
forgot Chris can rap.
their whole beef is about a girl though. It's about Karuchi or something.
Oh, that's what I heard about it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, damn, that's
Because
crazy.
didn't Quavo get with Karuchi after?
It's always, you know how rap battles go. It's always, I fucked your bitch. No, I fucked your bitch. I fucked your bitch. And that's low key
That's
probably
literally-
how most of these battles start.
It's crazy. It's crazy. That says a lot about men egos though. Getting into a fight with another man because you know he got with your girl after you.
Well, but
Honestly-
what's crazy is, from what I hear, all these rappers sleep with the same girls.
Which is weird. There's like a million other women in the world, but these men be rotating the same women. And it's fucking weird. I guess, it's a certain women of, like,
I don't know what it is.
because they're all in
beyond
the
my
same
time to figure
circle.
out, but
They're all in the same
it's hilarious to
circle.
watch.
Like, there's regular women all the time that look good. Like, why all these rappers mess with the same women? I don't get it. I don't get it, man.
I don't know.
It's weird.
No, I don't know how to answer your question.
There's like a million Instagram freaking models. Like, why do they rotate the same women?
I don't know. This is all just speculation.
Let me see. I don't know why I'm so I'm
Why
so
are you so pressed?
because it's weird, Chris. It's fucking weird, man. Like, there's more women in this world than there are men, but somehow, some way, these rappers always mess with the same women. Always. And it's like, y'all really don't want to like go outside and like see somebody else. Y'all go on tour. Y'all freaking do all these stuff.
I feel like they're also still hitting other women in the process.
I don't know, man, but it's weird. Anyways, back to the beef. Quavo and Chris
Why are we
Chris
talking
Brown.
about this beef? This is not a beef.
No, I'm just mentioning it because it was there too.
Yeah, but I don't know enough about it.
I know a little bit about it, but it's about some
I
woman.
just heard the few shots. And I was like, all right, I'll get back to this later. Yeah, there's something else going on right now. Have you heard Meet the Grams?
Something way bigger going on.
There's some bigger beefs going on.
But yeah, and yeah, last weekend we're gonna start with the first song that dropped last weekend.
No, we're gonna.
Yo, you want to
we're
go from
done?
push-ups?
Push-ups?
Let's talk about push-ups. Okay.
Push-ups was good.
No, it was good, but the way it was released,
Push-ups release was trash.
definitely. Talk about it, Chris.
The trash release is why I didn't like push-up. When this whole thing started, I was like, come on, Drake, drop something. I kept hearing AI verses. I'm like, all right. Then I hear push-ups in the AI sphere. And I'm just like, all right, so is anyone ever going to actually drop? Then that whole thing where it gave it to academics and academics is like, yeah, this is real. And I'm like, okay, why isn't it just out?
True.
Why isn't it just directly out? I feel like my thought on that is either one, he had to get the label approval for it and he was taking too long, so he was like, let's just AI it out. Or he was never going to do it till they said, yo, you had to officially put it out. It doesn't count. It's not out.
So your theory is that the label got involved and messed the release up for push-ups.
I feel like that could have, but I don't think that would be a thing for Drake. You wouldn't think that would be a thing for Drake.
I don't think so. I feel
I'm
like
sure his label lets him do whatever the fuck he wants.
Drake was hesitant on releasing push-ups, and it actually got leaked, and he got pressed into releasing it. I feel like he probably didn't.
You think the biggest artists got leaked? Not
I
on
think
purpose.
so.
Every Drake leak I hear, I'm like, put this out.
I think it was leaked because like
Purpose.
I don't think it was on purpose. I think he got pressure to like release it.
But leaks, that's what leaks are. They're just to test the waters.
You
'Cause,
think he
like,
was really trying to test the waters
like,
of
you know that
push-ups?
song Desires?
Yeah,
That got leaked a while ago.
yeah, that got leaked multiple times
When
before
it
the.
came out.
But like that's different. Desires wasn't for like no. It was just like for like
For an
part of
album.
the Dark Lane demo tape, which is
Yeah.
a fire fucking tape, by the way.
Ever since Dark Lane Devil Tape, it hasn't been like album.
True, true.
Which I feel like it was just Drake testing the waters, like, yo, I still got it. All right, I gotta still keep putting the songs out.
Okay, so you felt like it was like a let me see how the streets
He
feel
was
about
just trying
this.
to. I feel like doing that is just checking if he hasn't fallen off yet.
I don't think so, man. I don't think that
You
was.
gotta test the waters. I think.
I don't know. Drake can drop a diss track on anybody
No,
and
I'm talking
feel
about
like
just
he
dropping
did
in
something.
general, but I think Drake can just drop anytime, right?
I don't know. We can agree to disagree on that, but yeah, the push up. We can both agree that the push up release was trash.
Push Up release was trash. The record itself, good, good response.
I feel like it was a good response. I feel like he addressed everybody. He was
He
on top.
addressed everyone. He shot at everyone back. Got it.
Great rap.
Responded to Kendrick and everyone else who was taking shots.
Yeah. And he gave us a great one line. Metro, shut your ass up and make some songs.
That's still the best.
Give us a great one liner.
Metro catching that hit.
Oh man.
That sucks, but that was
For a week straight.
Yo, Metro shut your ass up and make some
Everybody was
songs.
saying that shit.
Yo, that was the best.
Everybody was saying that shit. Like, but after that, we waited.
No. Taylor made freestyle was the
We
bait
but
because
I forgot the time. Was it a week after? No. So push-ups took a while to come on streaming.
Push-ups didn't drop till the end of the month, like a month past like that.
Yes, but then it's after it got leaked. It took a while to get on streaming.
Yeah, it took a little bit longer to get on streaming, and then it finally dropped. And then he put out Taylor made freestyle.
And then people were gassing it up because they were like, "Oh,
Disrespecting. He put Tupac and Snoop Dogg on the AI and wrote verses for them, and then wrote a verse at the end. Just that was the bait. That was the like, all right, I shot at everyone, but let's get back to the fact that I'm shooting back at Kendrick directly. So that was him finally doing a response. And he was like, "Oh, don't be scared now. Don't be scared now." That was the bait.
Taylor Made, I feel, was a good like follow up to Push Ups because like it put pressure on like Kendrick, and in addition to that, it like it was fun, look at me, I'm rapping as AI as Tupac and Snoop, and I'm like, yo, you ain't shit.
Pretty creative.
It's cool. It's cool.
I would only say it was corny under the fact that it was all AI to begin with. Like the whole AI speculation thing was there because I'm like, yo, why is AI kind of ruining it? Like, who's doing all these fake AIs? Let the actual artists do it.
True.
But that's like the future soon, so
Yeah.
they're just dabbling with it.
Remember there was like this weird response that people were speculating that it was Kendrick, but the whole time it was some corny nigga that made a Kendrick AI rap.
I saw everybody on both sides saying the OVO team really trying to fake it, and they're like, no, the Kendrick team's really trying to fake this.
Yeah.
I'm like, who put this out? Who did
That
this?
was, and when that guy
really
came,
that guy?
when that guy came out to claim the diss, I was like, look at this corny nigga, bro. Look at him. He was like, ooh.
See, that's also a thing that made it like kind of just like, all right, this is getting corny.
Yeah.
This beef's getting a bit corny.
But
Taylor Made comes out.
then we got Euphoria.
Then Euphoria drops.
We didn't really talk about Taylor Made. How do you feel structurally about Taylor Made?
Structurally, I thought the whole AI thing was like, okay, that's pretty disrespectful. So that gets a point for that. That's what a diss needs to be. And it wasn't like a song I jammed to, but it was a good response because he was like calling Taylor his boss.
True.
He was like, "Yo, your boss is Taylor." I'm like, "Damn."
Honestly, I felt like it was good. I felt like it did what it was supposed to do, which is put pressure on Kendrick, make fun of him. I feel like it had some good shots in there. I feel like the AI part of it was kind of creative, This was first person to ever do that, to use AI in a public diss on this magnitude. That was really creative of him to do that.
And then it got taken down.
Yeah, because he got sued, and we're gonna get into that. But like,
A Tupac estate, huh?
we're gonna get into that because there's speculations that Kendrick, what was behind that.
So we both ceasing and desisting on like records now.
But yeah, I feel like it was a good follow up, and then we got Euphoria,
Then we got Euphoria
and
and Kendrick spiraled.
oh
I
my
was like,
gosh.
Kendrick came back.
When I first heard Euphoria, I was like, yo,
I was like,
this was the best response
the
Kendrick.
best response.
Like, man, Kendrick did this shit. He did his like, I'm gonna start slow, rapping conscious, and then he got into it. And I'm like, yo, I'm here for
when I
it.
heard the slow start, I was like, oh, it's about to get serious.
Like,
Because I'm like, he's just casually like, them superpowers ain't work.
exactly.
Don't tell no lie about
But me, and I won't tell no truth about you.
Confirming that part 4
Is a diss.
was a diss.
And like, once we got into the song, I remember we was at work when Euphoria dropped. Remember that? We was
We're just like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Do you not hear this man
so
going all?
me and Chris are sitting at our desk, right? Our boss is coming next to us, like, talk to us and stuff. And then I'm on YouTube and I refresh YouTube and I see Euphoria. It dropped. And then we're trying so hard, like we're trying so hard to like keep our composure. And like
Out of nowhere.
I'm like, yo,
Nope.
like, how am I gonna listen to this, get hype, and not get too hype, and like just stay corporate? So I'm listening like, yo, Chris, chill out. Let me listen to this shit. Chris is like, yo, Gene, chill out. Let me listen to this shit. Our boss is like right there talking to like the whole team, and we just have headphones on. We're like this, listening to this song like. Like listening, we're just trying to catch the bar.
I was sitting there like, yo, you heard that, right?
You heard that, right?
I like paused it for a second.
Every time Kendrick,
Wait a second.
every time Kendrick said something like crazy, I pause and I'm like, yo, Chris, did you hear what this nigga said? Chris does the same thing. Every time Kendrick says something, he pauses. He's like, yo, G, did you hear what this man said? So it was just a constant back and forth until we're like, yo, all right, let's just shut up and listen to the whole song, and then we'll talk about it later. And then we just started locking in. People, and then I'm over here because I sit right in front of Chris, right? So I'm over here looking at Chris, and Chris is like, he's just trying to like, Chris is trying to contain himself.
Enough exposure. All right. He dropped that diss, and that shit was crazy. I was like, this response.
Chris is trying to keep his composure while listening to the song, but I can see it's so hard for him to keep his composure. And I'm inside, I'm over here dying because I'm doing the same thing. Because every bar that he said, especially when he was like, I hate the way that you walk, the way you talk. I'm like, oh my God, this man is talking.
Listen. Kendrick reminded me that
Yo.
I didn't have enough hate in my heart. You know, remember when Itachi was like, you can't beat me. You don't have enough hate in your heart.
That was crazy.
That's what Kendrick reminded me of.
Like, that was freaking insane. And I'm like, yo.
I was like, that is crazy. This
Was like one of my favorite moments of this whole battle because I got to experience it live when it dropped. And like the setting of us being at work and stuff. Okay. And then at lunchtime we talked about it. That shit was so nice, bro.
It took like 2 weeks for it to drop. Mm-hmm. It came out and it was good. Granted, if it dropped it earlier, it would have been crazier. Mm-hmm. But it still came out and still was on par for as long as it took. Mm-hmm. In my opinion,
it was.
I think it beats push-ups.
You think it beats push-ups?
I think it beats push-ups.
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Scale, push-ups is more of a bop. More jump around, but still rap vibe. Mm-hmm. But on the diss versus, it definitely trumps.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. It does beat push-ups. It was more entertaining than push-ups. Let's be honest. Like it was just I don't know. It was just more entertaining. Push-up was nice because Drake addressed everybody.
Good, and I'm like, but I can listen and rap along to this.
But Euphoria was more entertaining. Like, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. What is it? The braids?
What is it? The braids? Like, it had more moments on it that were more fun.
Back to back. I like that record. Like, come on, man. There's so many. There's so many good one-liners on Euphoria. There's like, it was so good. It was so good. I liked it so
Like
much.
Push Up is still about like pip squeak pipe down.
Yeah, but
like,
man, what is it? The braids is my favorite
but what is the
line.
braids?
It's my favorite line on this whole song. But yeah, I agree. Euphoria definitely washed push-ups. And then was it a week?
A week about after 6 a.m.
Was it a week after?
Yeah.
I think
I think it was
push-ups
a week.
dropped on a Tuesday, on a random Tuesday.
No,
that
no.
Tuesday. No, push-up dropped on a Tuesday.
Euphoria
and then
dropped 2
no,
days
sorry.
after.
Euphoria dropped on a Tuesday, and then Friday he dropped 616
616 in LA.
in LA.
Which was like
It was a
it
cool.
was a cool little song.
Yeah.
I thought I compared it to Tailor Made. It's just like here's the
Yeah.
bait. I shot back.
Yeah.
Here's the bait. And it was because what did he say on that one?
He said a bunch of stuff.
He said the funniest part is like, you ever think OVO might be working for me? I was like, oh, so there is a mole.
Of course there was a mall. We been knew that, but again, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get to that. Let's
We're not there yet.
But yeah, when 616 in LA dropped, I'm like, okay, Kendrick is.
I heard it and I was like, all right, nice.
This is good. And as a song,
After I heard why, it gets deeper later because TikTok has to explain.
yeah,
He sampled Al Green, which is someone that I think Drake's dad worked, or someone in his family worked.
I did not know
drums
that.
on, or something on that. Something in the. It was more connected, calculated than just that. That sample apparently. I didn't go that deep, so I gotta find the TikTok for that.
But yeah, when I saw that, I was like,
like,
this,
alright.
it's a cool song. I mean, he is supposed to do. It's pretty much mirroring what Drake did.
It's the bait.
Yeah.
And how do we feel about that versus Tailor Made then?
Tailor Made was more creative for me. I'm gonna have to give that to him. The whole AI aspect, rapping as Tupac, rapping as Snoop, was very creative. Like 616 can't beat that, in my opinion. Like, it was creative, man. Like
I'll let you have it.
it was creative. Like
I will say, I can give you that.
Like 616 has some great raps on it. It's as a song, it's structurally it's good, but like entertainment factor, you can't tell me once you heard Tupac Drake rapping at Tupac, you're like, man, this nigga talking, man. He really
I know.
he on his ass
crazy.
right now. That shit was crazy.
That shit was crazy.
Like,
and
bro.
I was like, all right. I had to get it.
Yeah, so like compared to 616, it's better. Tailor Made is better. As a song, it's better than Tailor Made, but entertainment wise,
I'd give
Tailor Made is
616 the song, but Tailor Made just better overall as.
So we agree. So at that point, what's the score?
At that point, I would say it's
2-1.
2-1.
Because we said Euphoria over Push-Ups.
Yeah.
And Tailor Made over 616. So it's 2-1.
Okay.
Then that weekend,
Oh, that weekend was crazy.
Meet the Grams drop.
No.
No, Family Matters drop.
Now let's talk about Family Matters. Let's talk about why the family matters. Because the truth of the matter is, Family Matters dropped, and I listened to it, and I was like, great response. This is probably going to be a little bop. Drop.
It was a bop. And me and Chris have been speculating that the end of Push-Ups was like the next song, and we were right. And yeah,
that was it. That was clearly the next one.
When Family Matters dropped, I was like, yo.
Okay, so Family Matters is what started. Well, all right, let's remember Kendrick said, take it this far, I'm going to take it this far. So let's remember that part. Family Matters drops. And Drake does it's a bomb. That's Drake's bomb, basically.
Yeah. Not, looking back, that was the red button.
That was the red button.
The red button. And Drake thought he was going to finish Kendrick with that. Let's talk about Family Matters as a song.
Let's talk about it as a song. The first verse.
First verse, still addressing everybody.
Shoots directly at Kendrick. And in the music, and he put a music video out, destroying the Good Kid, Mad City Band. So this is straight smoke. I was like, this is a great cut. Like, I could see Drake doing something like this. This is pretty good. Just take your fucking best album and fucking crush it.
And the first bar of the song responds to Kendrick be like, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. And he was like nigga say that. That was pretty entertaining. So, yeah, first verse addressing everybody while throwing shots at Kendrick. Second verse, Drake went crazy rapping. Like,
That second
Oh
verse, I don't
my
even
god.
contribute to the him and Kendrick. I contribute that to him still shooting at the field
I know,
because he
but
went
like
crazy at that,
rapping
getting
wise,
everyone. Yeah, rapping wise, he went off on that.
that was
That shit
crazy.
was. He was
Like
going in.
he was going
Yo,
off.
every bar that he had shot at everyone, like the ASAP, when he shot at
Oh
ASAP,
yeah, that
he
was
gave
funny.
ASAP like what 16, like 8 bars.
I think so. He's
16
like,
or 8. I don't know.
yeah. He's
Yo,
like
he
when
gave
you.
him a
He
bunch of
told him when you
bars.
laying up with your girl.
She'll tell you don't
She would,
fuck with
she would
him.
tell you don't fuck with me, which is
He
disrespectful as
said,
heck.
"Do the math. Who look who else in?" I was like, "That's
Ah,
crazy."
I mean, it's kind of corny. The whole I fucked her first. It's kind of corny, but
Yeah,
wait,
that's
it's
all funny.
entertaining as fuck.
But
I'm not gonna complain about that. But yeah, like the second verse
um,
of him rapping, he was just going.
he go at Rick. He kept going at Rick.
Kept going at Rick Ross, called him a CEO multiple
Kind of like your
times.
old job. My favorite part on that part is just which one of my so-called nigga, which one of my so-called niggas need another clip for shelf.
And then on that song, we find out about the day free accusation, saying that
Oh yeah, he was like one of them kids might be day free.
yeah,
I was like, okay,
yeah, that was.
that's
I mean,
that's an accusation.
That's a freaking that's a shot. Like
That's a
your
shot.
manager
I
is
was
like your manager got with your girl and they had a kid together.
that is terrible if it's real.
That is crazy. She follows him, but she doesn't follow you. Speaking of that,
I don't know how I feel about that.
are they still? Is Kendrick still with the same woman?
All right, so
I don't
considering I'm
understand
one
that.
of the few niggas that listen to Mr. Morale,
Mm-hmm.
from what I understood from the end of that, he was like he was wild now, and they might not be together at the end of that.
So they're not together. We don't know.
We don't know, but that I'm just talking about from what the music explained. He said by the time you hear this, she'll be gone or something.
Oh, so they might not be
So I
together
was like,
anymore.
okay, maybe they're not together.
Okay, that makes sense.
Don't know. Who knows?
But yeah, Drake saying, "Oh yeah, one of the little kids might not be yours.
And I was like,
This might be your manager's." Like, dang, I was like,
this is
yo.
his bomb. This is crazy if this is true.
And then we got a second bomb
On
in the
second
third
bomb,
verse.
where he was like, "When you put your hands in your," I was like,
When you put your hands on your girl, is
That
this
part-
self-defense? Because she's bigger than you?
I was like,
I was like, no.
that's a bomb hit.
Yo, my jaw dropped. You guys saw in the reaction. We reacted to it. You guys
Yeah, we saw
saw
the reaction.
how freaking flabbergasted I was.
Flabbergasted. I was like,
I was like, yo,
bomb.
he did not just say that.
I was like, this is crazy.
Like, man, and then he freaking said at the end of the song, you hired a PR team to hide the fact that you're beating on your girl. I was like, yo,
You know,
is this true? If it's true, that's messed up.
If this is true, this is fucking crazy, and he wins.
Yeah.
But
Oh my gosh, man. That was a moment.
imagine how crazy it is. Like Drake would have won with this
And then
if somebody didn't just step on that shit.
20 minutes later.
20 minutes later. Like,
Oh
this is how you
my
have to give it a 20 minutes
Before
later.
we get there, we gotta rate the song. As a diss record.
It's like definitely one of the best in the whole band.
Yeah. I feel like it was definitely Drake's best diss ever. In all his beefs. I feel like that was his best diss.
Do you think that beats back to back?
As a song. Back to Back is a bop, but like
I feel like they're all back to back. But anyway.
I like me Family Matters. I like it a lot.
I know I like Family Matters.
I listen to the song. Like I
listen
to Push Ups more than Family Matters. I like Push Up more than Family Matters, but Family Matters was a good song. It was a good shot.
It's good as a like bomb, but like as a bop, it's not as boppity bop. Bop,
I
bop.
guess.
But it's still like it's more like you in the car chilling, bumping to
Yeah,
it.
you put it on, especially when he starts rapping. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, dang, he's spitting. Like he's spitting. Like that man is talking.
Yo,
But yeah.
he's talking that
He's
shit.
talking. But yeah.
But,
after that, like
I'd
I don't know.
say Family Matters is definitely it's like up there on the list.
It's up there. But and then 20 minutes later, we all know what happened 20 minutes
We
later.
all know what happens after that.
Meet
Like,
the
Family Matters
Grams.
would have been great if Mr. Grams did. It's literally Moderate dropping the fucking second meteor.
The same thing here. Yo, it really
It's
is.
really it's Moderate, and they're like, we stopped.
No,
We stopped you, Kendrick. It's over. Family matters.
I'm sure you guys know RDC World. They had this great skit about when Kendrick was in the dark, and then he heard that Drake drop Family Matters. He was like, "I'm gonna drop it right now.
I'm gonna drop it this second." I was waiting for him.
I'm uploading it right now on YouTube. And he was in the dark with a hoodie on. That skit was so funny. Shout out RDC World, bro. Yo, that shit was hilarious.
But that shit dropped, and let's talk about that.
Oh man, when it dropped, and I heard it.
Check out the response.
Check out the response. We reacted to it. Back to back, by the way, because we hadn't heard it.
We responded to both of these back to back. But all right, overall, Meet the Grams was just violent.
It was just a therapy session, man.
It was like therapy. He was like, all right. You want to talk about you want to go this far? All right.
You want to talk about my family? Let's talk about your family.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. It's the most crazy shit to start. Starting with dear to his son. I'm sorry that man is your father.
Starting the song like that. Wild. Starting the song like that is crazy. I remember in the reaction when I first heard it, I'm like, this man did not just start the song with "I'm sorry that man is your father" to his son. Talking about let me be your mentor. Like,
daddy don't teach.
Yeah, because your dad don't know what the fuck he's doing. Like, what?
He's a sick man with sick thoughts.
and then he goes to talk to his mom.
Dear Sandra is crazy.
And then he started addressing his mom and his dad, talking about, yo, I blame you. You raised that kid.
Look what you did. He's a horrible person. I hate this man.
He said, people like him should die. I'm like, what?
I heard that. I was like,
yo. It's that deep now that we're wishing death on people? That's when I knew this guy Kendrick really freaking hates him.
That's when I was like, yo, what did he do to make him that bad?
And then he starts going on to the PDF allegation. No. Don't say the word, YouTube. But he went to he went to the PDF allegations.
Yeah, before that, we have to address the fake daughter. Or the real daughter. Or the whatever.
The fake daughter. We're gonna get, obviously now we know, but
all right. At the time,
before the Hard Part 6.
Before Hard Part 6.
When I heard Drake may have a freaking daughter.
Kid, I was just like, okay.
It was the bomb to me.
It was a bomb, but it was more like that's crazy. How many famous people have multiple?
I mean, I guess
Future, Drake hangs out with Future. How many
Future got like a million kids.
It's still a bomb, just because Drake did this already. Like, oh, you just keep doing this.
Yeah, and I was really shocked by that allegation. I was like, yo, no way this man Drake is hiding another kid. Like, didn't he learn from the first time? Like, are you for real? And she was supposed to be 11.
Being 11 would have been crazy if that was.
I was like, dang, Kendrick, where did you find this info? I was like, so shocked. But
yeah, we found out it was the mole, blah blah blah.
But then we'll get into that.
It's still speculation, but let's just say he doesn't have that.
We'll get into that. But my thing is the PDF allegations when he was like, him and Epstein should be in the cell together. Weinstein or whatever the heck. And I'm like, yo,
that part. All right. We get into that.
Those are serious allegations.
I was like, there were serious allegations on the other side too. So
I guess, but all right. Not to get too deep into it, but which allegation would you like to get pinned on? Like,
I wouldn't want either of them. What do you mean, like?
No, which one is better?
What are you talking?
No, in the public,
neither is better. They're both garbage. What are you saying?
Okay,
all
right. They're both terrible.
I know you're trying to say lesser of two evils.
Lesser of two evils.
There's no lesser here.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I don't know, man. PDF.
All right,
and women beater. That's definitely a freaking lesser evil here.
All right.
Let's be honest, bro.
I'll only say this because of who Drake. This also takes away who Drake shouts out in the beginning of Family Matters. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna stay there.
We all know what he's talking about.
We'll just leave it at that because I'm like, all right, I guess there's a lesser on one side. Because somebody is
But
going out here.
you know what's crazy and hypocritical? Kodak is on Mr. Morale, and Kodak did some heinous stuff that's public info, and Kendrick doesn't go at him for that. All right, which is very hypocritical. Because if you want to throw, PDF allegation, Kodak got some wild, true, factual stuff that he did.
All did?
Huh?
Those are all canon.
Yeah,
I didn't
this
look into it.
Everything that Kodak has on his record is canon.
Oh.
And he's on Mr. Morale. And Kendrick didn't go at him for that. And, Kendrick is like, oh, everybody changes. I wanted to give, everybody becomes a better person. But you're sitting there making songs.
It's a therapeutic album.
Look at my face, guys. I guess people be picking and choosing.
I don't know. I'm not picking and choosing. That's crazy. That's still crazy.
Listen, I get it.
Completely was
I get it. Kendrick legit has hatred towards Drake, so I get it. But let's not stray from the fact that that's kind of hypocritical.
It is hypocritical.
But anyways, the allegations were crazy. I'm like, yo, you going out of your way to say that publicly on a song about one of the biggest artists in the world is crazy. I wish we had receipts on both ends.
Well, we won't get receipts, all right?
We're not.
Let's be honest. There can be lies. They can be truths. We won't know until something actually comes out. We won't know. So it's all speculative.
As a song, let's wrap up. Song,
let's wrap it up as a diss and a song.
As a diss, it was a great diss. As a song, it's not something I bump.
It's not a song you listen to.
Yeah, but as a diss,
but it's sinister.
Oh man,
it's sinister as a diss.
It freaking drowned Meet the Grams. It drowned it. It killed the momentum.
Family Matters got stepped on so badly because Family Matters.
Sorry, Family Matters. Sorry, guys.
If Family Matters would have breathed, it would have been.
It would have been the bomb that everybody was talking about. But
it got stepped on.
Meet the Grams.
Then he said, a week. Was it a week later? Or a day? No, a day later. It was a day later. Kendrick decided to be like, oh, here's the bop.
Kendrick was like, oh, yeah, y'all think that all I make is just therapeutic songs? I'm going to give you something to crip walk to.
You're going to see a bunch of people dancing.
Nah, bro. I was still sick at the time.
Sometimes you just got to pop out and show this. I was like, yo.
I was still sick at the time. Let me break this down for you guys. I was still sick at the time. I was sleeping. I woke up at around, I think, 8 or 9 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, I don't feel too good, but let me just wake up, take some medicine, and go.
I'm trying to think where I was.
And go to my computer and see what's going on. Play some video games, whatever. I go and sit. I refresh YouTube. I see they're not like us. I'm like, what? He dropped the song this soon? Didn't he drop a song yesterday? What is going on? Why are we getting so much content? So I'm like, okay, let's listen to this. And then the song starts, and I'm like, yo. This is a bop.
All right.
This is about, and I immediately posted on my story, yo, somebody needs to teach me how to quit walk to this. Because this is about to be the song of the summer. And I texted Chris, I'm like, yo, Chris, this is a bop.
All right, so I was.
you gotta tell us where you were.
Oh, I was indisposed. But, I heard the song on my way home.
Okay.
I was in an Uber, going home. I was out. And I'm like, nah. I got home and I started dancing. So I was like, yo. I'm like, yo, can you put this on the... I was like, yo, Uber, can you put this on the fucking radio real quick? Can you... You got us?
No.
They didn't have it, so I was like, fuck, I'm just putting my headphones back on. This shit was jumping.
Oh my god, they're not. I was like, yo. Not Like Us is a great song. I listened to that drum all night long. I kept playing it back to back, and every time it hit more. Every time I replayed the song, it hit more.
I was like, certified lover boy,
certified PDF. What? I'm like, yo. What? Nah, bro. This man said, beat your ass. He said, beat your ass. And hide the Bible if God's watching.
I was like,
yo. He's like, trying to strike a chord is probably a minor. I was like, he did not say that.
Like after stepping on the
Oh
record
my
and
god!
doubling down and destroying everything.
And having people two-stepping, crip walking.
Dancing.
That song was playing at the club hours after it
That
dropped.
weekend, everyone was outside bumping it.
Rick Ross posted himself at a pool party like 2 hours after the song dropped. People were already vibing to it at the pool party.
So
Like,
that
dang.
one was crazy.
I was like, Drake, yo,
That one.
you can't catch a break, man.
He could not catch a
You
break.
can't catch a break. This man really beat you at your own game. You're supposed to be the hit maker.
I
You're
thought
supposed
he was
to be.
gonna drop the hit.
Me too. I thought, yo,
Like Family Matters wasn't like a hit like back to back,
at the time I
but it
didn't
was
know.
still a great response.
At the time in my head, I'm like, yo, Family Matters is not the red bomb. It's not the bomb. Family Matters is another shot. I did not think
Yeah, when I first heard it, I was like, this is another shot.
this is another shot. This is not the bomb. But then
The
now we
bomb.
know it was. But like, man, Kendrick drowned all that shit with Meet the Grams and Not Like Us. And Not Like Us it's a bop. And you can't deny it. Like, even if it wasn't a diss, that song would still be a bop.
Yeah.
Like, that song has everybody dancing, the memes on Twitter, everybody freaking,
They not like us.
everybody quoting. Yo, I'm telling, I can't tell you how many times, right? I'm at work or like doing something random and I'm like, certified lover boy, certified PDF, or like randomly like, what, like randomly, like,
Just randomly just be like,
oh my god. Like, it's such a good song. Like, to this day, I can't stop listening to it. I'm like, yo, man, Drake, I feel sorry for you, but like,
I was like, damn, Drake took it.
that was it.
It's over.
That was when I was like,
But it's
yo,
not over. But it's over.
I was like, oh, Drake is gonna like, Drake is gonna come out with something good. Drake before what's it called? Before Not Like Us drop, I'm like, yo, Drake is gonna respond with something good.
Yeah, I was
Drake's
like,
gonna, and
he's
then
gotta
not,
come back right after.
and then Not Like Us come out, and I'm like, Kendrick, please give him time to breathe, please.
No,
It's
he
not
said-
fair.
He said, put him in the coffin.
It's
and
not
drop
fair.
him
He was like, oh man, that was really the nail. But Not Like Us has so many good bars.
It just beats everything.
So many good
So
bars.
what's the score there?
I'm gonna say 3-1, bro. I'm
Like I
sorry.
said, it was 3-1. It was
3-1.
3-1.
At that point, it was 3-1. Like, there was no coming back from Not Like Us. Drake tried. We're gonna get into it. He tried with his redemption
Trying
phone,
with
but
that
like,
hard part. No, you know what's crazy about Hard Part 6? I was like, Kendrick? Hard Part 6? Wait, Kendrick? You let him live? You thought I thought when I first saw Hard Part 6 trending, I was like, Hard Part 6? Kendrick
Kid
killed
drop?
him again? Why
and
would
then,
he do
and then you
that?
went and listened to it.
Then I was like, oh, it's Drake. Oh, mocking, doing a response
Yeah.
to 6-6 in LA.
Before we get there, right? What's your favorite bar on Not Like Us?
My favorite bar to like sing to.
Mm-hmm.
I lean on you niggas like a little walk and that's all eyes on me. And
I set it up to pop, yeah.
How many stocks do I really have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Freaky ass niggas need to sit
Oh, I
down.
forgot to talk about that. Yo,
Yo, that was a lie. He's a 69
yo,
god.
flipping fan into freaky ass nigga, bro.
Yo.
That's my favorite thing now, bro. Ever since that song dropped, I've been calling people fans, and I don't mean fan. I've been calling people fans.
You're a fan.
He a fan. Yo, my favorite line is
69
freaky
god.
ass nigga, you're a 69 guy. That's
Yo,
yo.
Shit is hilarious.
That's my favorite thing to say now. Randomly, freaky ass nigga, you're a 69 guy. And apparently, I've seen on Twitter that like on the West Coast, somebody call you a freaky ass nigga.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
like
whole different thing.
that's a whole different meaning than if we do it here on the East Coast, and that makes it even more funny because apparently they take that as a real disrespect over there. Somebody call you like a freaky ass nigga.
That means it's disrespect.
That's what I heard on Twitter. I don't know. I'm not from the fucking
But
West Coast, but yeah.
That shit is hilarious.
Flipping fan into freaky ass nigga is hilarious.
That one is a lie. You're 69.
Oh my gosh.
Freaky
And Kendrick also gave us a history lesson
In the middle of
the
On
song.
the third verse. He's
Calling Drake a freaking
You're not a colonizer. Colonizer.
so about little baby helped you get your lingo
Yo,
up.
see, I'm actually happy for that response in the verse.
Uh-huh.
Because when Drake said, always rapping like you're trying to get the slaves free, I didn't like that verse. I didn't like that bar. I was
Yeah,
like,
that was
if
That was a
let's
weird
say
bar.
Logic said that.
Logic would have been killed for that, bro. Logic would have been killed. Worst rap. Why are we even mentioning the worst rapper to ever grace a mic?
I don't know.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Am I though? I don't know.
I don't
I don't want to
know.
be from Logic, but
There
hey,
are worse rappers.
hey, you think so?
Yeah.
This man made Black Spider Man,
All
bro.
right, we don't need to.
Logic made Black Spider Man,
Don't
bro.
want to
He
hit. All right. Anyway,
made one hit
I
100,
don't
bro.
care. I don't care. I don't
He
want
made
to.
one hit
I
100.
don't. Why are we leave him alone? He doesn't need to catch a stray.
I'm just saying, man.
Leave him alone.
I'm just saying. But anyways,
I only
back
brought
to
that
the-
up just because of the race thing. Not even the race thing. It's just like, what do you mean he's rapping like he's trying to get the slaves free? What does that mean?
Exactly. What does that mean?
He's acting like an activist. Don't play no money.
I guess he
trees,
was trying
but
to-
he does.
He was
You
trying to
see?
call freaking. Oh, sorry guys, I'm
I love watching
circling back, but on one of Drake's songs, he was like, "Oh, Kendrick opened his mouth, give him the Grammy already."
That one was funny.
That was a funny bar on Family Matters. Bro.
I know, but that one was funny, but also it was funny because I was like, that sounds like hate.
I know it is hate
Because Kendrick
It
has more
does.
Grammys.
I know. But back to Not Like Us. Back to Not Like Us. Yeah. He kind of put the nail in the coffin. Completely drowned everything that Drake put out. Because at that point, no one was listening to Family Matters.
Yeah.
Not Like Us shot straight up to the freaking #1 spot.
Still there.
Still there right now. It's a great song. It's a bop. It plays in the club. It has the girls twerking. The
It's
guys
everything.
two-stepping. What else? What else? What else can like
He
Drake
said
do?
like I won.
Like it just killed.
Like, this is what Drake thought was gonna happen, and now it didn't happen.
Just killed everything Drake put out, and I was like, dang, that's kind of sad. Cause like, man. And then the Hard Part 6 dropped, and we got more context on Meet the Grams.
Okay,
And-
so the Heart Part 6. Let's get into that.
Yeah.
I heard it, and I was like, all right, he got his shot, but it's,
Yes,
it's not beating like
He was like-
the whole. Well, the funny part of him like you get information from clowns. Oh wait, we gave you the information.
Talk about we fed you information. A daughter that might be 11. I better you take it. But like, okay, Dre, yeah, you're a master manipulator, blah blah blah. But guess what?
Guess
You don't give a fuck.
They not
They're
like
not
us.
like
They
us.
not- That's all the timeline.
Yo,
And I
yo,
was like, damn, I
yo,
gave him the point.
yo. He was like, I gave him the point over Mick. At that point, it's like 4-2 or whatever.
No, I still don't think it trumps Meet the Grams. Only because it only destroys 1 out of 4 verses.
I disagree with you. I think it cancels that song completely.
How?
But
How does it cancel the whole song?
because like Drake is the origin of that song.
He's the origin of 1 verse.
Yes, but like
1 verse.
I get that, but if
Look at
there's
the rest
false
of the verse.
info in the song, in my opinion, it discredits the whole thing.
But
Sorry.
it's not the whole thing.
I understand that, but I feel like that stains the whole song.
You just listen to it without that verse. And it still
Then-
flows.
Okay, but
And
like
it still goes. Because I don't even, I skip that part now. I'm just like, alright.
I disagree. I feel like it trumps the whole song. But we can agree to disagree.
We can.
This is what we're here for, right? But yeah, I did not care. he dropped the Hard Part 6. I'm like, okay, cool,
He's
but
like, "Drop
they're
the
not
money,
like
right?
us.
I'll see you later. I'm like,
Like, and then the little rant he had at the end of the song was like, oh, this was great sport.
this is great sport.
It's nice to go.
Wait, have you seen that meme? I'm gonna put it on the screen.
But the ones at the hospital, I see the meme.
Yeah, this is a great sport.
Yeah.
Beat up like I'm glad you survived. You got the lungs working again.
He was like, oh, you can drop whatever you want. I'm going on vacation. I'm like, yeah, Drake, we don't want to hear shit from you, bro.
You lost.
Get the heck out of here. Completely got stomped. Like,
Got
stomped.
bopped.
And I felt kind of bad because I'm like, yo, Drake was not expecting to catch
Yeah, I
this.
felt like, damn, Drake, you got cooked.
You got cooked. You got marinated. You got seasoned. You got deep fried. You got chefed up. Okay?
You got chefed on the
Oh
plate.
my gosh.
strategy outbeat everything.
Yes, you were manipulating him. Yes, you playing it, but we don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
but like
You,
the
yo,
slap harder than
bro,
whatever the
I'm
fuck he's saying.
sorry.
The slaps just slap harder.
I like Drake. I was thinking that this was gonna be even of a fair, but at some point it wasn't fair
I
anymore.
don't think it was fair because it's like even like okay, so even go back to Family Matters. After hearing it, I felt like he thought he was over. It was over for him. I mean, he thought he was done. He was like, I won.
He was like, "You dead?
You dead.
You dead?"
That's also a great part.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I've been saying "you dead" randomly too. So
No, that's a great one too.
you dead. But yeah, he
And
thought that was
I was
it.
like, oh damn. But like listening to it, I was like, I don't feel like he's dead yet. He
Yeah,
can still come back and destroy
and
you.
that's what he did.
And
Completely
but
annihilated
this isn't
him.
like this should be the nail in the coffin from your perspective, I guess, but this isn't the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that was kind of sad that he got stomped on like
He
that.
got stomped out.
Like,
Right back. That's the nail in the
I
coffin.
started feeling bad after Not Like Us. I started feeling bad for Drake. I'm like, dang man, dang, you got people dancing to
dancing.
people calling you a PDF. Like people are dancing to a song,
He was like, I
the
just
whole
hope-
song where somebody's calling you a PDF. That is crazy. People are crip walking to somebody calling you a PDF. Girls are twerking to somebody calling you a PDF in the club, at pool parties, at family functions, at skating rinks. Number one song in America. Dang, I feel bad. I would not want to be Drake.
And then he came back and retorted. It's like, guys, I would never be that. I would never like another trash part
Okay,
about
let's talk about that. Listen,
But no, like yeah,
let me get into this first.
he
So
definitely was in a terrible position.
I know.
But
I know.
you over here, sir,
That was
came
the
through.
weirdest response. How you gonna be like, oh, the fact that you hate
No.
PDFs is because you got assaulted as a kid. No shit, I hate PDFs because I got assaulted as a kid. What kind of response is that?
That would be true if he did.
Wait, really? It didn't?
See, you didn't even listen to Mr. Morale. No, he didn't.
He didn't. Oh, so it was like,
You see, Drake fans are bumping this shit like, oh yeah, he got them because of that bar.
Ah.
But no, he did. He didn't even read the song.
dang. So he misinterpreted the whole.
mis-
That makes.
Kendrick said, "I never got touched, but no one believed me."
Oh,
And I was
Drake.
just like, Drake,
Drake.
why would you not
No.
listen?
Talking about I'm too famous to be a PDF, bro. You know how many famous people are PDFs? What kind of defense is that?
What kind of defense was that?
He said I'm too freaking famous for that crap, bro. You know how many famous people are PDFs?
I was like, I'm too famous for that shit. You should dress.
He said,
I'm like, okay.
if that was true, I would have been caught already. Look at Diddy. Get away with that kind of freaking behavior for over 20
I
years.
was just like, why would he respond this way?
Worst response of all freaking time, bro. Hard Part 6, he could have kept that in the tuck. I'm
He
sorry.
really could have.
Drake,
He should've
I
just
like
whatever
you.
Whatever bop he has brewing up right now, he should have just.
I don't
dropped
think
that.
he has a bop, and I don't think he's gonna respond
Yeah, he's
anymore.
on Instagram saying like, I'm fighting for my throne and everything. So
But yeah, like that was Hard Part 6 was not it. Like it was not it. Like once I heard it, I'm like, yo, Drake,
I was like,
I almost turned it off.
Like he was rapping.
He was rapping, yes. Rapping wise, yes, he was rapping. But man,
I was like, what are you saying right now? What are you saying right now?
I could have went my whole life without
What are you saying?
without hearing that song. I would have been fine. I would have been completely fine my whole life if I hadn't heard the Hard Part 6. Could have kept that shit in the tuck.
Yeah,
But
so that-
man,
and I would have gave him the point, but then I listened back. I was like, give me that point back.
at first I was like, oh
When I heard it, I
man,
was
Drake.
like, I heard it. I was like,
I was
he's
like, oh
rapping
man,
good. I'm like,
he's
oh, saying
rapping
some shit.
good. He's speaking fast. He manipulated, and then I
Yeah.
heard it.
Then I
and
went back.
and then you listen to it over, and you're like,
And I was
yo,
just
this is
like,
a trash
Wait a
response.
second.
This is a trash response.
like if the whole thing being disrespectful as a diss would have been great, but when you really listen to it, you're like,
Yeah, yeah.
You
It
didn't,
did not.
You didn't even get the right information.
It did not age.
You're being defensive, but it's a lose-lose situation. So being like, if we're looking at the optics,
Mhm.
Kendrick being quiet and still not responding to his allegations, and Drake being like, "Hey, hey, hey, hey,
I'm
hey."
not a PDF.
Well, yes, you should just respond.
Yeah.
And Kendrick is gonna either have to respond or something.
Mm-hmm.
But silence versus overtly, just in the public perspective. I'm not even talking about like
public opinion,
because these are both just these can both be just lies.
In the court,
going with the
in the court of public opinions, Kendrick already won.
Well, yeah.
I don't. Of course, Drake stands are never gonna admit that, but if you're being objective, you can see that.
Yeah, if you're being objective, you can see it.
So, as the winner of the beef, we can both agree that Kendrick destroyed them.
Well, for this round,
you think it's still gonna keep going?
For this perspective,
I don't
think this is over.
I think it's over.
I think it's over, but we're gonna get shots.
Those shots are not gonna be as like powerful and potent as like what happened over last weekend.
Well, yeah, but like that depends if Drake drops again. When's the next time Drake's gonna drop again? Isn't
he said that summer vibes, so he's probably gonna drop something over the summer.
He's probably building up some nuke to drop in the summer for a summer bop.
We'll see. He's good at that though. Hopefully he can drop something good so we can dance to it or like rap to it.
I mean, if he doesn't have anything to win with, I'd say he'd probably just be like, all right, bow out and resurface whenever it dies down.
I guess, but for now, Kendrick mopped that guy. Yeah. Mopped him. It's not even close.
It was a molly wop.
At first, it was even, and then at some point, it got out of hand. And yeah, Drake lost. This was great though. I never experienced anything like that in my life.
Forget every winning or losing. This was great between the two though. We've been waiting for this for years.
The Twitter timeline was jumping. People were making animations of them too.
The animations were crazy.
Oh man, the memes that spawned out of it. Like people reacting when you drive outside, you hear not like us, you hear push-ups. Like it was a moment in history, and like I'm so happy I got to experience that. This was our Pac against Biggie.
Yeah, this is basically our Pac against Biggie.
This is our Pac against Biggie, and like
in the modern days.
Like I feel like 20 years from now, people are still gonna be talking about this moment.
This is definitely one of the battles that will go down.
This is gonna be like. I'm definitely gonna be like, back in my day, we had Kendrick against Drake.
Remember when? There was this guy on TikTok who does like sing your child a lullaby as an old man listening to songs, and he's like, when I see you stand by, like talking to the fucking baby. Like, when I see you stand by sex, man, I believe you.
This is too bad. I'm sure when I'm fucking
that shit is hilarious.
50 years old, so now I'm gonna be like, what is it, the brains? Randomly.
We don't want to hear
you say nigga no more, yo. So many one line, Metro, shut your ass up and make some drops, nigga.
Yo, forever Metro, whenever he talks, like, yo, Metro, shut your ass up.
Speaking of Metro, side note, but he got caught saying some weird PDF things on Twitter.
I don't know what that's about, and that's a bit crazy.
Yeah, he got exposed by his old tweets.
What were those tweets? Like, those tweets are crazy. But what era were those in? Because James Gunn era tweets?
I don't know. It was old, 2012-ish, but like he was still saying some wild stuff. So
I saw some of them. I was like, this nigga is sick. Yo, this guy's a sick man with sick thoughts.
What's funny? People started calling him Metro Grooming.
That shit. God, he lost. I was like, damn.
No.
But ironically, that came out after BBL Drizzy dropped.
We didn't even talk about BBL Drizzy, man. Oh my god! Again, this was so much that I'm sure we missed a lot of stuff.
There's a lot more
but
out there.
The BBL Drizzy moment when Metro was like, "Yo, rap to this beat. This is great. I'm gonna give you a free beat and 10K." Everybody started rapping. Yo, BBL Drizzy. That's another thing I be saying. Yo,
that's actually the funniest response to Metro. Shut your whole ass up and make some drums.
He actually made
some drums and put it out
to the public.
Everyone was like, "How is Metro gonna respond to Drake with that? He just makes beat."
And then he made it.
Drizzy.
Yo, the amount of times I said BBL Drizzy last week, randomly BBL Drizzy, BBL Drizzy. Yo, no, he did get cooked, bro.
on
Oh my
both fronts.
gosh. That was hilarious, my guy.
Oh yeah, the other moment, like Kanye getting jumped into it randomly.
Nobody cared too.
Nobody cared, but I was like, I was waiting for him to do something. I knew it because you knew he was in the background. Like, when can I jump in here?
Exactly.
I want to do something.
Kanye is so corny. Let's not address
He
this.
said, "Play J Cole and get dry pussy." I was like, "Yo, J Cole continues to get well." Granted, Kanye was responding to J Cole because J Cole did shoot at Kanye.
Let's talk about how J. Cole is the smartest man in history.
Yo, J Cole, everyone's like the internet.
I take everything back I said about J. Cole. J. Cole is the smartest man in history. He saw the future.
Saw where it was going, and he was like, "Nah, fam,
I'm gonna do my own thing.
I'm gonna be chilling on the beach with some fans."
I'm gonna with his laptop, listening to beats.
He's like,
Nah,
I'm just out here living
J.
life.
J. Cole, you're the greatest ever, bro. You are the greatest. You deserve your spot in the big three. I take back everything I said. I apologize for all the disrespect that may have came out of my mouth. I will bump the fall off when it comes out, and I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna bump that shit all year long when it comes out. Okay, I apologize. You saw the future. You saw the plays, and you was like, I want no parts. I'm gonna do my own thing. You're no longer J Fold. You're J Cole. Okay, no longer J Fold. By the way, which is a name that I saw on Twitter.
I never copped to that. I was like, I'm sad that he apologized. I was like, damn, Cole, why you do that?
But you get it now.
Nah, I did get it. I was like, yo, he didn't want smoke to begin with. He was like, because remember, his apology was like, yo, I didn't really feel like doing that shit. This wasn't really about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it wasn't, but I wanted to see a battle, see a little battle, spark a friendly battle. It would have been a friendly battle.
It didn't need to get personal between the two of them.
But
It
then
could have
it
just been
wasn't.
about rap. But
I was
get.
like, all right, he's bowing out. That's cool. I'm still gonna play that. I'm still playing 7-minute drill.
I was
Because
mad.
it was still a good song.
I was mad at
Even
the
if you didn't
response.
believe everything he said.
I was mad at the apology, but I get it now. And
I was like, okay.
I take everything back,
I'm glad you bowed out because you would have been a distraction.
bro. He probably would have been. No. It depends. If he had dropped some heat, he wouldn't have been a distraction.
No, like if Cole is fighting Kendrick at the same time as he's fighting Drake.
You think he would have responded to Drake? About what? They were cool.
No, I'm talking about Cole attacking Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
In the middle of fighting Drake.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been like, imagine that playing out.
In the middle of, can you mean in the middle of Kendrick
fighting Drake and then Cole attacking you? That would
have been interesting to see.
It would have been interesting to see.
It would have been interesting to see how Kendrick
we would have got like 3 more records.
Oh man, that would have been a moment too.
That would have been a crazy
moment. But hey, I understand the play.
I feel like Kendrick talked to Cole and was like, yo,
you don't want any
You don't want this. I'm coming to kill that man. Do you want me to use the same energy? We would just be having a friendly spin.
Yeah.
I'm murdering him.
I do not fuck with him. I do not like that guy over there.
I fuck with you.
Man. But yeah, I see the play. So Cole
he was like, I'm gonna make a business decision and get
I
the fuck out of
apologize. I apologize. You were right. You're a man of good conscience. You saw the future, and I wish you nothing but the best. And I'm sorry for everything I said on this pod. I apologize. Sometimes you gotta recognize when you're wrong.
I mean, sometimes you gotta pop out and show you. It's certified boogeyman. I'm the one that up the pole with. I'm hoping.
Hindsight 2020 is crazy. But yeah, this was a great
great beef. Oh, it was amazing.
We talked about this shit for like an hour and a half, bro.
Yo, this whole
episode was dedicated to
the beef.
Recap.
The next episode, we're gonna get back to
the regular scheduled
program.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about anime. We didn't talk about nothing. We just talked about this beef for freaking hour and a half.
To get this out because this was the biggest thing.
Yeah,
in a while.
This was fun, man. This
was a fun beef.
I never had this much fun in hip hop in so long.
Hip hop. I'm like, yo,
man. Like the debates that we had, the random moments, the info we get from Twitter this person saying this person saying that. It was so
watching
fun.
Everyone out there's reactions.
Oh my god, the live stream academics was doing and other freaking people. Like the
All the
Pikes and
reaction.
Nats getting unfollowed by Drake, the little stuff.
Those,
It
those
wasn't
don't forget the social media
the
aspect
social
of
media
it.
aspect.
Because
Like
that's a big factor now too.
it was so fun.
That was crazy.
It was so
Hearing
great.
so many different things.
Like honestly, I hope we get another beef like that in the future. But who's gonna go at who?
It's gonna be a while before we see anyone that big artists go at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't see it being
Like it was
yeah, I
crazy.
couldn't see anyone else just going doing that.
Like I can't believe it was like that. But anyways, yeah,
But that shit was crazy.
that was crazy, and I mean,
It
I
was,
hope
I don't think we'll see this again.
we're
for a
not.
while.
We're
It's
not.
gonna be a minute.
Maybe 20 years, maybe 10.
2010. Who knows?
I'm gonna be here for it though.
I'm being for it. Whoever raps next, like, what did I see? The game's shooting at Rick Ross.
Oh
now?
yeah, we forgot to talk about that.
We'll
That
talk
was
about
kind
that
of
later.
random.
I want to get more info on that. I'm gonna talk about all the other beefs later.
We're not.
But-
I'm not talking about the Chris Brown beef again.
I'm not.
doing that. I don't care about that
It's-
shit.
it's
It was fun. I heard both tracks,
This is
but
fine, but I'm not that interested.
it's not relevant. Next week we're just gonna get back to regular programming and
Yeah, get back to
Catch
the
up.
regularly schedule. We'll show.
I've been watching My
catching up
Hero.
on some shows.
I've been watching My Hero.
My Hero?
Yeah.
That's good.
I
I've been
mean,
watching Slime and what else?
I haven't watched anything else but My Hero. I'm, not gonna lie. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna
whatever
do
other.
better.
I've been watching all the isekais.
He watches more stuff than me, so. Oh, Demon Slayer coming back, so
Demon Slayer's coming back. That's
I'm gonna talk about that. But yeah, next week we're gonna talk about everything else. This
or
week we
next
just
episode. We never know when we're gonna drop because
we're gonna drop next week.
next week we'll drop. We're back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah.
Took a week off because someone decided to just be sick for a long time.
At least I didn't die. So, but yeah, the beef gave me energy. The beef gave me life. Like if you guys go back to the
Hey,
reaction,
check out the reaction.
check out the reactions. They're pretty funny.
Notice the difference between Drake's diss and Kendrick's diss.
Notice the difference in the moods. Y'all need to run it up, man. We're tired of keep telling y'all running it up. I'm about to crash out on this podcast.
You're
Stop.
tired, not tired. Anyway, back. Leave a comment, comment, subscribe. Follow us on the socials.
Run up the
Hit
socials.
those numbers up. You know what to do.
Yep.
Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell.
And more production increase is gonna come soon. Lighting is gonna be better.
We got some stuff in the works for you.
I got a comment from somebody talking about, oh, your lighting is trash. I'm like, shut the fuck up, I'm working on it.
The lighting's gonna get better, guys.
I'm like, it's gonna get better. Leave me alone. But yeah, it's gonna get better. But yeah, thank you. We'll talk to you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.
Bye bye.